What is up guys, Andy Forestine Runner here, back with the first race vlog of 2018. Yes, today is the day of the Lliswerry 8. I'm super excited. I'm feeling a lot better than I was on Friday and Saturday. Lots of steam breathing has helped that over the weekend. Chest is a lot looser, still there, still a bit rattly, but that's fine. Just as I said to you, I just want to go out and race today. I just want to go out and have fun. It's going to be a competitive field out there. I just want to be, as I said, put in my place, sit back in the pack and watch all these other amazing athletes bomb off, and me try and put a really sensible pacing strategy together today and finish the race strong. So it's the Lliswerry 8 mile flat road race based down over in Newport. It's about an hour from here, so we're going to head on down now. Weather is about 10 degrees, absolutely perfect, cloudy and a little bit sunny, a little bit overcast, but literally perfect racing conditions. So we're going to head on down there now, meet up with the other Forest of Dean Athletic Club members and get this party started. There we go, boys and girls. Lliswerry 8 done in 47:20. Absolutely over the moon. I will talk to you about it properly when I'm back home. For now, I'm going to go and get some lunch. Alright, boys and girls, so it is the day after the Lliswerry 8 mile road race, and I wanted to give a day's reflection or an evening's reflection on how the day went, because obviously I was over the moon. Some of you would have seen on my other social media platforms on Instagram, Twitter, Strava, Facebook, everywhere, that I put my result out. I wanted to kind of let everything sink in, have a think about it, have a think why the race went as well as it did. So let's just go through a quick race day, how it all went, and then we'll talk a little bit about, well, there's one point I think that epitomises everything as to why it went so well. So the Friday and the Saturday I spent steam breathing, having strepsils, spraying throat spray, just trying to fight off this tight chest. I was really lucky. I woke up Sunday morning, the chest, it got no worse. It wasn't 100% better, but it was no worse than it was. So I was pleased with that. Problem is, I sat in an hour's car journey to Newport, so by the time I got out of the car with the car heaters on, my chest was really tight. So I asked my wife to drop me off a 5-minute walk from the venue so that I could just get some fresh air in. And by the time I got there, I felt right as rain, so really pleased. Got in there. It was about a 15-minute walk from there, where you pick up your race numbers, to the start line, which was good, gave me a chance to warm up, did a half-mile warm-up. Picked up my number, we got there in plenty of time, so we got down to the start line, and it was a completely oversubscribed race. There was 796 finishers there yesterday. They sold 850, so it was a really good turnout. You know, normally you might see anywhere up to like a fifth of races not turn up. Well, there was only like 50 or 60 that didn't. So we were split off into pens. They split us into sub 8-minute milers and over 8-minute milers. And after the way I've been feeling that week, I just kind of sat back and I normally go quite near the front of a race. I sat about 5 rows back, and the rows were quite deep, probably about 8 to 10 wide. So I was sat well in a pack, and I just wanted to go out there. And after the week I'd had with being a bit ill, I just wanted to run by feel, and I will touch on that in a minute. So the gun went off, and I can't explain what happened after that. I just can't. I can't put my finger on it, but it was like something. We all have those races, and I know I've said in previous videos that was the best race, that was the best race, but I think I've had a new best race. So I just went out there and started running, and it just clicked. I got clockwork. Things just went really well. And I even saw a video, which I can't put in here, but I will link to below, that's gone in a South Wales newspaper-y thing online of the start. And I was really pleased because my running form that they got me on looked really good. It was the best running form I've ever seen me do. And to be fair, at the time, I really felt like my body was in sync. And that's all thanks to this functional movement I've been doing with Chris. I mean, I can't thank him enough. I've never felt so fluid with my form and my running in a race before. So anyway, we went out there. And a tip that I learned from Ben, well, I've been doing it myself, and when I heard Ben say it, Ben Barrows, the channel I recommended the other week, he said, listen to other people's breathing as you go by. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's what I do. I do that, and it breathes confidence, or breathes confidence, shall we say. I was going past at mile 1, and my mile 1 clicked off at 5:54, and I thought, okay, I'm feeling really comfortable. People are breathing really heavy around me. I'm on a 3-3 breathing pattern here. I'm not even on a 2-2 yet. This is good. And I wasn't looking at my watch the whole race. I made a point of not keep checking my watch. I just checked it every mile split to see what I was doing, and see how I was feeling. But I wasn't going to respond to whatever was on the watch at the time. So I went through there, and from there I just kept taking people. I started off around 50th, I think. I ended up finishing in 25th, and I didn't get taken the whole race. I just kept ticking off people, going past little clumps of runners, and then it started stringing out, and I just go by one, and got to mile 2 and mile 3 and mile 4, and mile 3 hit. There was a turnaround. We turned around the cone, and my goodness, we hit some headwinds. You'll see my mile split on Strava at 6:15. The rest were, or a lot of them were sub 6. It was about 20 seconds slower. It was really intense, and I could see some people ahead that had gone out too hard straight away. I took a lot of people at that point. I just eased back, paced it well, didn't look at my watch, wasn't stressing about the fact that I just clocked a 20-second mile slower. I was just running by feel. It's what I've been doing the whole plan. I kept my breathing under control. The second I was out of that wind, I was off, passing more people, and I just went. And from the start to the end, my form didn't go, my strength didn't go. I was at just coming up to the finish line, and I just felt so strong. And I can look back on it all now and go, that's awesome, but at the end of the day, it's done now. The Lliswerry 8 is finished. I'm delighted, and I can put a stamp on it and say it's the best race that I think I've done. However, I've got to say that everything that I might have moaned about in this training plan, everything that I might have, thought, oh, this is such hard work, these kilometre repeats and everything like that, the strength I had at the end of that race is a strength like I've never ever felt in my life. To be able to kick on like that and still clock the mileage I was clocking. My Strava obviously came up short, 7.91, but it was a certified 8-mile race. Running a 47:20 means I was running 5:55 mile split average, which is just something that I could never have dreamed of a few years ago, and it's something that I've been striving for so long. And the only one piece of advice I can give you guys, more than anything and over anything, is run by feel. The best thing that ever happened to me was my heart rate monitor breaking 5 months ago, because I then had to reteach myself to run by feel, by my breathing, by how I was feeling. And although I've got another one now, I don't really put it on. I only use it for workouts to make sure I'm hitting the right zones. Other than that, I don't use it on my easy runs, my long runs, or anything. I don't run with it. I just run by feel. So if there's anything I can recommend, is not use this thing so much. We are all, a lot of us are a slave to the watch, a slave to data, a slave to everything. If it wasn't for the fact that I'd run this plan predominantly how I felt, and I've been banging that home since week 1, I wouldn't have done as well as I did today. So all I can hope now, guys, is that I have a successful 5 more weeks. Newport is on the 4th of March, 5 weeks yesterday, so it's coming up quick. I've got one more big week this week, and then the workouts start to taper off slowly. And I can't wait. So thank you. I'm looking at the clock. I've been rambling for 7 minutes. I really appreciate, if you're still here now, I really appreciate you listening, but I really wanted to give you a blow by blow, and also really how I felt and what my main point was that I got from that whole race, which is to run by feel. So I want to thank you all again. I mean, by mile 4, 5, 6, all I was thinking was, everyone has wished me well for this race on YouTube, on social media. I can't let you down, and I felt like I was doing it justice at the time, and I was so proud that you guys might be proud of me, and it sounds really weird, but it was wicked. So thank you so much for all of your support, all your well wishes. I really appreciate it. Onwards and upwards to this week, which is week 12, so obviously week 12 video will be out later this week. And I just can't wait for the half marathon now. I really can't, guys. So anyway, enough rambling. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it as always. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please leave a like, comment below with your thoughts, and obviously share with your friends. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're nearly at 500 subscribers, which is, again, an achievement I never thought I'd reach. So you guys are awesome. Anyway, guys, that's it from me now. I will see you later in the week for week 12 of the half marathon training plan. Until then.